that I'm supporting Michael Hunter is, first of all, I've known them, the family, for such a long, long time. And I know the integrity, the honesty, and the drive that Michael has. And why I'm supporting him is for the basic reason I know of his integrity, and I know he wants to do the right thing, and I know he loves this town. I know he loves Corpus Christi. And that's why you should also support Michael Hunter.
My wife Vicki and I have known Michael Hunter for quite a long time, and I support him mainly because he brings fresh ideas to the city. He's young, energetic, and he's not tied to any special interest groups. I feel that he's got the integrity and the foresight to do what's best for the city.
Lee and I support Michael Hunter because he's young, he's also energetic, and he thinks outside of the box. He's not a politician's politician. He talks to the people, and he listens to what they say, and he tries to incorporate their ideas into things for the city council. That's why we support Michael Hunter.
I'm supporting Michael because I've known him since he was about 6 years old. In fact, you could say I've supported Michael since he was 6. And the fact that I was his baseball coach for a lot of years, and so I know that he works hard and tries his best at everything he does. And team-oriented, he's always worked very hard, and I know if he believes in something, he'll work the hardest he can for it.
I have been very active in business in Corpus Christi for a lot of years, and recently I've been helping his dad out on the windstorm issues and different things in Austin. But I remember when I was his age or a little bit younger, and I thought I owned the world, and I look at him and I say, you know what, he's going to do that same thing, and that's exactly what we need. We need young men like him to come up and take positions in the city and all the different boards and things. And I really think he's got a lot of future.
Well, I used to play baseball with him back in the day. Always been a great guy, very smart guy, and he'll do a great job if given the opportunity.
Thank you everybody for coming. If I could just go through a little introductions real quick. Is my brother and his wife, Todd and Casey Hunter. Are y'all here? Back there, thank y'all for coming. I really appreciate it. And my father, obviously, Todd Hunter. My mother and sister could not make it, but they are definitely here, and they want to say thank you for every one of y'all coming, and we really appreciate it. Basing my campaign off 3 things. 1, keeping it local. I think that our bidding process needs a little bit of work. I think that we need to try our best to keep it local, and then state, and then we can look elsewhere. But if you have a local presence, not necessarily a headquarters here, but if you have a local presence and you're growing here, then you should be able to play. You should be able to have an opportunity to make the city better, just like everybody else. And we appreciate the new companies coming here to town. There's a lot of them. They're making a big impact. And although some of them are across the bridge, Robin Goodman, we appreciate all the work you do on this side of the bridge. So thank y'all very much. Then we got number 2, infrastructure. I'm sure that's a pretty easy topic right now considering the water situation. I will say it's getting better. I don't know how many investigative groups we have going on, but we have a third-party group. They have been filling us in slowly but surely, and I think that they are finding out some pretty good information. And I do know that Ed Martin heading that's going to be he's going to keep a pretty tight shift on that committee. So let's see. 3rd, economic development. This is my favorite because I'm part of the young generation. And as being part of the young generation, there's a lot that we have to offer that a lot of generations may not have as much to offer. That's probably not the best thing to say when you're trying to get votes. But we grew up in the technology age. We did, and we were born with computers in our hands. We grew up with cell phones in our hands. And now we have probably 3 or 4 of them. There's a cell phone, a laptop, an iPad, some glasses, a watch. We know how to work the whole thing. And we can bring that expertise and technology. And I know as being campaign, not just campaigning, but as a politician, you got to be careful with your words. You can't say progressive or not progressive. But for the most part, what I'm trying to say is we have a lot to look forward to. I think our young generation can be a very, very big part of it. And with all of y'all's help, I think that y'all can help us pave the path and make it a lot easier. But I will say there's a lot of young faces in here. And I really want to say that I appreciate y'all coming as well, because the young generation doesn't show up very much. We don't vote very much. And we really do need to start getting more active. There's a lot of groups here in town. I know Gerald Johnson at Turf Sports hosts a whole bunch of things. In fact, he has miniature soccer leagues. I kind of helped coach one of them. I really just had him do everything for me. And just say, yeah, good job, kids. But the point is, we have a lot to look forward to. We have an excellent crowd here. It really, really means a lot to me that all of y'all showed up. It's very difficult going into this the first time, but I know with y'all behind me, really just showing up here tonight makes me that much more comfortable, that much more confident, and that much more willing to do the right thing. So thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. And thank you very much. I want to say thank you to one very special person that has done a lot for me on helping put this together and really kind of coaching me and mentoring me along the way, and that's Eloy Salazar. Eloy, thank you so much. I know you're in here somewhere. Thank you. And I've had lots of mentors. Mr. Brazelton, Mr. Leindecker with all the engineering issues. You've been really coaching me. I appreciate it. Mrs. Guggenheim, Gay White, obviously, but you've been coaching me for a long time, so you kind of got a head start. Mario, my brother, Mr. Stockley, thank you for the signs. I'm going to try my best to do this. I'm cutting it off now because I don't want to lose your votes. Thank you very much.
I'm supporting Michael Hunter because as long as I've known him, he's always been so down to earth, honest, trustworthy, and every time he tells me he's going to do something, he does it. He's an all-around, boy next door, get your hands dirty kind of guy, and that's really what the city needs. So please vote for Michael Hunter.
Michael was the first time I ever got driven to stand up and say something politically. When he was running for a campaign or selected to become city council now, I've never seen someone be so driven and be so inspiring to me to really step up and make a difference. We often, people my age, don't feel heard, and we feel like we won't make a difference. And the only reason we don't make a difference is because we choose not to be involved. Michael has been involved with the Young Business Professionals and several other organizations that have moved our generation forward and inspired us to be involved. And that is why it's so important to me to continue to support Michael.